Hello everybody, welcome aboard the Griffin Express. I am your conductor, Jack and Griffin. Here we are. Another rendition of the game here. I believe the last time I had poked off, I was going to explore some ideas about getting to know our neighborhood here. Not 100% on that. I believe I was possibly also going to find this vehicle here. It is strange that I am capable of knowing the exact amount of gas that is currently in the vehicle, but I think I will take it, and I'm going to make a journey a bit far way to go back, and come back with more rucksacks and whatnot. Go out scavenging, collect, find, return. That is all. Simple thing through in. I believe we can probably get it done relatively easily. Now, let's first find our spot here where we can scavenge, or we can sightsee. We'll go the sightseeing first. Or perhaps we do the collective. We must be quiet and think our actions through. Only. I'll assume this slightly battered white SUV is our main priority.
Any chance somebody friendly out there could give me a hand?
I believe we have a few. We are in need of toolkits. That's what we need. That is not what I need. Oh. Okay. By all means, I suppose. Bring it all the way up here to the stop sign. We'll work on doing things like this. Jog all the way back, bring a car forward, jog back, bring a car forward, jog back, bring a car forward. I think that'll be a better usage of our time overall, systematically speaking. We have to be quiet and cautious, as we'll have groups like these wandering past. Yes.
Fuck yeah!
A veritable horde approaching us here. I find that I get random lag spikes, I believe, when the undead are spawning. That is why you're hearing the sound get a bit choppy here. And if this horde comes this way and spots me in any way, shape, or form, I'm going to hightail it back to the blue car. But for the time being, I believe I am A-okay. So I don't think there's anything that they can really do here that's going to bother me too hard. If there's anything they can do that's going to bother me too hard when they walk through. The only problem is...
If you're up for playing good neighbor, we'd be grateful.
The only other problem I have is, well, they're walking directly towards my other car. So for the time being, we'll have to let bygones be bygones. And we'll be able to be okay with what we've got. So we have a couple of people here. Few goals here and there. Mysterious broadcast and all. So let's move along quietly and quickly. Collect our car and move on. Bits and pieces at a time. Soon enough, we don't have any issues at all. I have have a singular armored zombie here. Well, I must be extra careful with him. Appears to be of the very violent type. Albeit I'll be damned if his hearing's decent at all. I'll see if I can get a sneak attack upon him. Very good. In my personal opinion, if I were to be taking down such possible threats like that, I think I would probably grab them by the back of their visor and put the knife from the bottom of their solar plexus and drive it up to the bottom of their jaw into their brain. I don't think I could manage to do something like what she just did. Not in 100 or a million years, really. I don't think I'd ever try it either. Maybe disconnect a couple of nerves from the back line of his neck. Key punch might do something. Apart from that, I'm not quite sure. Not a whole lot you can do about that. And here I was, hoping that that horde would have been long gone, moved on by now. Very well. I'll have 2 vehicles at the light here. I'm gonna go sightseeing while I wait for the horde to move on. So, let's go find our spot here. Other side of them. Up the water tower. Very well. Should be simple enough to reach. And the horde should not give me too much of an issue. I've noticed when I play games like these, I get wrapped up in the idea of fairness on both the undead side and my side, and later on down the line, it tends to get me in quite the pickle, because I'll be going up against actually, like, stacked against me odds, and I'll have no real defense against them. Just due to the fact that I went so long with doing it a specific way. Then when the difficulty goes up, then I'll be 6 ways from Sunday, essentially. And there's the horde.
Those look like some extra good wheels.
Ambulance. I rode past
Look at
several
that place.
times.
Extra useful outpost material. That's good for now.
There, very well. We have the entire place sorted. And there are a couple of other spots yet for us to go take a gander at, but I believe for the most part we should be able to adequately make our way around. Another car over here, it's another Pilato. Single bloater. Very well. Let's make our way back down and see if we can't manage to make our way back to our cars now. The horde might be past far enough. If it continues to hassle us, then I may have no other choice.
Okay, we're zombie free.
Good. I'll take a gander around here. Make sure that we are all fine and dandy. Have a couple items on my
Love
way
when I find
through.
something good.
And make our way back home. I do so enjoy having these supply runs on my
Worse?
mind.
Fantastic.
We found a high-end stick. Very nice. Would come in handy for all the other
Nothing in
day-to-days. Nothing else is here. Claiming this site as an outpost might be a waste. I dare not use it as such. It would probably be a better usage of my time to find a very pristine spot, or set up an outpost in places that I can get resources, such as a gas station, or a food kitchen of some kind. No sense in doing it anywhere else, going anywhere else. Eventually my wits will be at top, and none shall be able to defeat me. I'll be like that one smart guy in The Princess Bride. Right about here, I'll stop, as there is the ambulance here too. Now, how much gas do we have in the ambulance? A little bit.
Hello to all the
Very
citizens of
good.
Trumbull Valley. This is Lily Ritter with the network.
Hello,
I'm
Lily.
reaching out because I'm worried about my friend Ray Santos.
I see.
He hasn't been answering his radio, and I'm getting a little worried. I'm sure it's nothing, but I'd appreciate it if someone could check and make sure everything is okay.
I'll get a volunteer immediately.
Thank you so much. I'm sure everything is fine, but I can't help worrying. Last I heard, he was living with a group in the western part of the farmlands.
Alright, very well then.
I'll mark it on your map.
I'll have to find my way over to where Ray last was. I'll make some progress in certain things, but for the most part I'm trying to gather supplies in order to make a go of this. A good go of it. So, let's make our progress. Let's make it as quickly as we possibly can. You'll notice that this is probably a bit of a longer video as well. And that's for good reason, as I tend to make videos whenever I've got a small lump of time. And apart from that, I'm just making them after my streams during the weekdays. So, if that doesn't tell you exactly, it's not good. There's the bloater. I think it'd be prudent just to make it all the way back. It might just be better just to bring the car all the way here. Think our way through this. We do have one toolkit now. That's very good. Onto our way back on through. The undead do not know. I am, however, curious to note that I do not know how long the apocalypse has lasted for in this game so far. On one hand, it feels like it's been only a few weeks, and on other times I feel like it's been longer, just due to the amount of stuff that is sitting around. Wired mesh gates and whatnot, and piles of concrete sandbags, or whatever the hell those are called. Whatever they are. I think blend a lot of credence into that idea. With fortifications like that, it is bizarre to me to know that the military ended up failing in the end in their final quest to protect people. Mildly unfortunate, but it does tend to happen. It happens fairly often when you are trying to save a large number of lives over a long, indeterminate period of time. Mistakes happen, and people get sentimental and emotional. And when emotions enter the fray, facing up against creatures that function purely based off of logic, you're going to lose. Logic is the only answer for empathetical thinking. And it is always the counter. There's a logical way around anything else, and the only way to fight logic is with logic. Which is why the survivors who stay heartless stay alive, and those who stay emotional tend to die more frequently. So when you have an outpost, or a fortification, or a town of any sort, it's important to keep the ones that you cherish and love on the inside, and to make sure that each of them are dealt with respect and care and love. Because if you do not respect those with care and love, then things turn emotional very quickly. And like I said before, an emotional crowd does not bode well for your long-term survival. Now there are plenty of enemies around here. I believe that is a screamer, isn't it? Indeed, that is a screamer. Let's deal with the screamer before we continue on. Bloater is of no consequence.
Can't let that screamer know I'm here.
Even if it does, I doubt I'd be in any real danger. I'll bring the undead around, but so long as I keep myself crouching, I'll be 100% alright. We do have a decent number around here, though. Fairly decent amount. Now, I'd be curious to see if there's any blood plague special infected. I believe I saw a feral one not too long ago, so I guess the realm outside the realm of possibility.
If you want to survive, your community needs a good scout. Knowing your surroundings is just as important as knowing your enemy.
There's nothing to it but to agree with that. Scout is integral. Or being capable of surviving longer periods. Yet. Another crowd gathers around my vehicles, increasing my difficulty. And repeat. Face back. Backs back, I should say. I'll need to be extremely careful. Continue being extremely careful. For as long as I continue going. I could go through and I could defeat horde after horde if I really needed to. But I think non-confrontation is probably what's best for this game. For at least the early terms here. So I'm going to take the ambulance back, and I'm going to use that as the next bit here. Hopefully I can figure out a way to get some gas in it, because it is a much higher source of space than my other two vehicles, I believe. And having the storage would be very nice for scavenging runs, but the lack of gas is going to be problematic.
Remember that little task I had you working on?
Yes. If you recall, Breakers still need my help. Check them out to learn how to improve your relationship. I'll think on it. I will think on it. For the time being. I'll have to put a thumb in that. Alright. Now let's make a trek on over and see what Ray is up to after we get our blue car. And finish getting the blue car, we'll commence finishing with the mission. Plenty of undead. Longer term scenarios such as these, logistics normally is the biggest issue when it comes down to dealing with undead. Not only the lack of logistics, but the upkeep of them as well is what's difficult. The routes that you use, the roads that you tread upon, will not continuously stay really good standing. Roads will begin to crack and create potholes. Cars' tires will begin to deteriorate over time. And batteries begin to lose charge. And eventually break altogether. Eventually you'll need to figure out a way in order to create artificial car batteries for yourself, as well as creating fuel for your cars to run upon. Not to mention dedicated services to removing corpses from the road into the side ditch so that you can continue running on a clean runway. And over time, the asphalt will eventually decay and deteriorate into gravel roads on the trails that are most commonly used. But anything else will eventually fall to ruin, and nature will take it up once again. And we'll end up having an entire era of rediscovering the world. Rediscovering lost technologies and medicines. And rediscovering places where humans once had called it home. And the more we discover of our history beforehand, the better off we'll be in the longer run. But it'll be an entire new age of discovery, as we claim to know everything, and I would not be surprised if in a generation or two, old Renaissance ideals would come back to light. Religion would be a prominent thing, judgment upon numerous creatures and all across creation would come across once again, as it did once in the days of old, and will again. Humanity's inevitable disposal once a second time, or third time, or fourth,
Ooh,
or
check this
fifth,
out.
I feel like
so on
myself again.
and so forth.
Time to make moves.
Now, you'll find out where our... I see. They're spawning more undead, as I'm getting more lag spikes once again. Alright. I'll need to find my way back all the way over to home.
We should take some stuff around to the neighbors and see what they want.
Own personal goal, I understand. All good things. So, in order to make it through there, I need to take the branching path all the way up to the T-bone, then take the first road on the right. Very well. Yep, there are more undead next to the base now. I was correct in my assumption. Lag spikes mean that zombies are being spawned. I'll have to count my blessings that the map is relatively small-ish. As any larger would end up being a problem. I don't believe that my State of Decay's 2's response with the bodies and how they work isn't exactly all that wrong. It is wrong in a little bit of the aspect, but I think that Grand Theft Auto 5 handles the ragdolling of corpses a lot better than State of Decay. Just due to the fact that if you hit a body, it is essentially the same thing as hitting a deer. If not, like, exactly the same. So you hit, like, one corpse, your car may be okay. Some okay amount of damage. But hitting 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, your car is gonna get fucked up. Your frame will get cracked. And it'll start looking pretty bad for you. Now, it's important to keep my car parked a decent distance away so that the unfortunates get attracted to the sound and stay away from where I need to be. As you can tell, they're all very keen on the car itself. But if there's one thing that I can be happy about not having a car door for, it's for getting in and out there pretty quick.
Hey, Lily. I'm near that location you just shared, but the house looks empty.
That's not good. I know this is asking a lot, but could you please check it out for me?
Uh-huh.
Well, considering the number of undead nearby, I would not be surprised if he took a chomp from somebody he didn't see. One of the most important things when it comes to scavenging is being consistently aware, listening all the time, everything. Now, I'm gonna make sure that my friend here is A-okay and alive. Does not appear he is here. I may search. Very well. I will search. I heard a foreign sound. Unless that is just her. I am uncertain. There's nobody here. The house seems pretty gone. I will search the containers. And it says there in the top left. In the top left. That there are other ones. I see. Seems like somebody is angry with Ray. I'll explain where he is, I better keep looking. If he continues to write notes, this shouldn't be difficult.
Lily, you read me. I'm out here looking for Ray, but all I found is a map of some nearby farms.
You know, Ray usually spends more time out in the field than at home. That map could lead you right to him. I suggest you start with the closest site and work out from there.
You know it.
I suppose we'll have to just do exactly that then, shouldn't we? I'm becoming less and less surprised on why Ray has disappeared and not came back. Angry notes aside, if he spends time out in the field, that is not good at all. I suppose it is okay for short periods of time, but the longer you roam around out here, the more likely it is you get chomped by something in the grass you can't see. And that's another problem that'll eventually rise up come future time. The more that nature takes, the more they will begin to decay. And the first place that I go to visit, that's where I can find Ray. Hey man.
Hello, I'm Ray. Nice to meet you.
Hello,
Let
Ray.
me guess. Lily sent you out looking for me because I haven't returned her calls.
Yes,
I should be upset, but the truth is, I could use a little help.
I'm sure.
I thought I had stashed some useful medicine here, but now I'm thinking the clinic up the road is my best bet.
Why did you misplace some
You
medicine?
mind keeping me company? I'm not moving as fast as I used to.
Or Mr.
Hey,
Santos?
the clinic I need to search isn't very far. Do you mind tagging along? Thank you, sincerely. The clinic is just up the road. It shouldn't take long to get there.
Indeed.
Ray, if you don't mind me asking, why do you need my help with this?
My body keeps reminding me I'm not a young man anymore. I've just, racked up too many miles, I'm afraid.
I'm a little paranoid. A little paranoid is an
There's no room
understatement.
for that.
Drop this out, drop this out. Now, let's finish this area out. The final bit of search. And continue on with our day. I'll drop some of this off at the car.
Could be worse. No room for that.
There's crossbow. I'll take it. Now we have 2 crossbows. And whatever we're going for might become a bit easier now that I have a ranged option to answer for any problems. I might have an issue if Mr. Ray here is not telling me about a specific Juggernaut. He might have a large amount of problem. I have a feeling it's a Juggernaut, but I don't know for certain. And I'll tell you what, when it comes to the Juggernaut, being as big as they are, I'll boldly assume they managed to get enough body mass in order to grow that size. But in all reality, undead that have gotten too much to eat, quote unquote, normally have blown out bellies. Okay, up the road and then to the left.
Careful of the Zed over there.
Yeah, continue.
Did something happen between you and the people who lived back at that house?
I'm afraid I let them down one time too many. I keep pretending like I'm a young, healthy guy, promising what I can't deliver. I just hope they don't blame Lily and the network for my failures. Okay, I guess it's time to start searching the place.
Indeed.
How about we clear out the zombies first?
I like how you think. I got a zombie approaching.
Oh my god, Ray.
Goddamn deadheads are everywhere.
Yeah, they are.
I can't keep fighting.
Very good, Ray. They handled that nicely. There's still more in here. Now, let's make sure that we have all of it cleared out here.
Careful, still a few zombies here.
They're outside. We are inside. Need not worry about them just yet unless they make themselves a problem. No sense in fast searching either.
This will totally help us out.
Very nice. Let's search things for the sake of searching them, and then make our way back to the car.
We've had
All
losses
we
before,
have.
but not like this. Not sure how we go on.
They left town. Oh well. None of our business. They asked for help, and we simply just
No room for that.
wouldn't offer it. I could only accept help from so many at a time. Offering any assistance is, I believe, more
There's
than
no room for that.
anybody needs to know, or to have, for that matter. When it comes down to it in the apocalypse, you can offer assistance if you are
There's no room for that.
capable of it, you have the extra assistance to offer. But if you cannot, do not take the blame for the shortcomings of things you cannot
This
control.
place is officially searched.
Let's put all of our stuff in the car here. And then we can continue. I think that should be good. For at least the time being. Let's clear out the rest of these undead and continue on with the quest. Not much else we can do. Hello, not yet dead guy. Hello,
that's
now
all she
dead
wrote.
guy.
We make a good team.
Shut up.
Thanks for your help. I can handle things from here. I just need to find some painkillers and then rest here for a while.
Ray, I get the feeling there's something you're not telling me.
There very much
I
is.
apologize, my friend. I suppose I owe you the truth. The fact is, well, the fact is I'm dying.
What? You're dying?
Yeah, I'm afraid it's the big C. Cancer.
Cancer? I'm so sorry to hear that. But how can you be sure?
I
was
watched my
going to
father
ask that
go
as
through
well.
the same thing a long time ago. Yeah, my uncle too.
I see.
Now
Genetic.
it's my turn. Even with so much work left to do. But please keep this quiet. Not many people know, and I don't want folks worrying about me. Look, if I need more help, I promise to give you a call rather than getting into trouble by myself, okay?
All right, Ray. Be safe, and we'll talk again soon.
Take care.
Alrighty then.
Bye now.
Finished. The Ray who lives here in the clinic now, I guess. Right? Yep. Valley denizens. He lives there now. Very well. Let's take our car back. All the way up here to the road on the left. Make our way all the way back around. Should just be able to follow the roads as they are. And bring our car and set it up right here. Very good. Now, let me drop some things off here. Medicinal stockpile is low.
Anyone else notice? The medicine cabinet's looking pretty empty.
I am attempting to remedy that current issue, my friend. As I have a bit of medicine here now as well.
I'm done with that supply run.
Home status is depressed. I see. It is just better. Very well.
We need shit to build with, say.
I can't help but agree with you,
¿Cómo te va?
Mr. Owen. I'll
This
put the
one's
swap to
easy.
you, yes. I was in charge, we'd be making trades to get what we need from our friends. you to offer, my friend? And where is David? All the way up there. Very well. If I can figure out a way to get a hold of some supplies, perhaps I may yet move bases and kill more of those plague hearts up north. The plague hearts up north seem easier to deal with than the ones down here. And I will go in this car. I can see some of the roads have some more wear and tear. I will make my way all the way up there as quickly and as usually as I can.
Shit. A lot of plague zombies around here.
Yes. Yes, there are. Now, let's be very cautious about it. When it comes down to it, using the car door to kill undead is possibly one of the best things you can do, apart from using your rear end for the most times. It's not a good idea to do it regardless of whatever you want to do, but out of all the bad ideas, or out of all the bad options or anything like that, those are probably your best options. Though I would recommend reinforcing your car doors to take that sort of punishment, because a sudden influx of that size may cause problems. Now, let's hope that the big man isn't coming through here, yeah? He may just yet. If he does, you guys are very much on your own. No problem. Optional. Tell David you're not interested, or trade for any resource rucksack. The campers. Very well. Not be an issue, really and truly. But, well, you have a very large adversary outside. I don't mean to be rude about it or anything.
Take it easy.
As, well, a Juggernaut is not something I want to deal with. He is currently blocking the only exit. He is right there. Well, if we go out, we'll have to be running.
I'm pretty sure that's a freak over there.
Yes. Yes, it is.
It's clear for now. But it won't be long until the muertos wander back in.
Yes. I am sorry. I will not be capable of helping you here. I'll offer what assistance I can from afar, but... this is all I can offer, truly. But I do not believe it is enough, as I am not landing any attacks. Another one has fallen. I would suggest you find a way to get out of here. Either of you. It is very much not safe. Not safe here. I'll have to find some kind of rucksack possibly in the area nearby. Maybe a gas can. That'll make this mission a lot easier. But I'll have to find a way to not alert that large fellow again. And meet the same fate as Miss Natasha there. It is a shame. But it had to be done. All choices made in the apocalypse affect those around you. Including the ones involving not fleeing when the time is right. Natasha had opportunities to leave, and she chose to try and fight. That is her own choice.
That's a big nada.
And I will not choose to feel any level of remorse over it. It is unfortunate, truly.
Hasta luego.
Alright, Mr. David.
Let's see what we can do.
Yeah, sure.
There you are. I should trade for any. I see.
Let's see what we can do.
Yeah, sure.
We are in need of more of these.
We've made good partners. I think they'll give us better prices in the future, and trade is the key to our survival.
Box mines.
Hey, what's up? Come on, make yourself at home.
I'll enjoy that. That'll be nice to have. A mace. And mace may be beneficial for us overall. Let's hope we can manage to make our way back all the way home. With our spoils here. Let's map our direction first before we head out. We're in the main road, and we'll take as many lefts down south as we can. And let's leave it at that. I would never dare to try that out. I don't think you could ever tempt me. Deal with that. But I suppose it wouldn't harm to go garner more supplies from the gas station here either. I do not think I saw that bloater lying there on the ground. Let's go find ourselves some supplies, maybe some items here and there. We'll use this lookout for the time being. It appears that she is very adamant about trying to find me here. Perhaps I could have destroyed them, but perhaps not. They do not seem to understand the concept of ladders, which is very good. Very good thing. We'll get everything here sorted, and then we'll move on.
Yo, look at that ride. I bet it still goes.
Plenty of places here to look around at.
I bet that engine turns.
Yeah. We'll have a few that we could possibly find.
What's up, bloater?
I see. Not good at all. I'll have to wait for the horde to pass before I can make my way out here. We'll need to wait for them to move on. There is much for us to discover around these parts. Much for us to discover. A gas bomb has gone off, I think. Yes, one of the bloaters have fallen down. It startled me a little, but I think in the end we have done better for ourselves. I see. Unless it is a direct headshot, I do not believe I'll be able to secure a victory on that end. Let's be cautious and wait for them to move on here. There's a bloater nearby. He's right there. I believe we should be able to avoid walking around him. Avoid being near him anyway. Maybe not. Maybe not. I see. I'll have to fight then. Here. Alright. Let's get out of here. Okay. That's better. Now, I don't believe any of them are going to be running this way. We should be able to make ourselves a decent getaway from where we are now. There's our vehicle. So take it out of here. But I did come here for a few things.
Shut tight.
Very well. That tight or not, I'll get in there. But not now. For the time being, we have a bit of an easier score to grab here. An industrial can of beans. And a gas can. More zombies are being spawned.
If you got a giant rucksack on your back, you might as well have a sign that says, "Eat me." I know the Zeds can't read, but they sure as hell can catch anybody dumb enough to walk around overloaded.
That would not surprise me in the slightest. Especially as to the number of people who have fallen victim to specifically that. As soon as I get a rucksack, immediately goes into the car. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Even in closed and cornered areas, you can still have a jump on the undead, as their brains are rather simplistic. You simply break line of sight, they'll simply go towards the place that you last were, which means that you could use elevation or anything along those lines in order to find a better way around. There's one site that's searchable. I do not know where. I do not see it. Not in this crate. It is not the barrel. Then where and what might it be? Possibly up here. You see. Air vac unit. I fail to see what useful item can come from here. Apart from maybe some fan blades. Circuitry and bolts, yes, I suppose. Alright. Let's make our way out of here. This is where we can get power from, essentially. We get a permanent power supply and a morale boost. That would be very nifty to have. Changing some of these areas into outposts would be the most beneficial. Let's make our way back to the car. Continue on our way home. And then we will gear up to get another plague heart destroyed.
Shit. Lot of plague zombies around here.
Indeed. We'll attempt to not lose anybody this time. Or even to garner the attention of any plague heart. As blood plague is nothing to scoff at, truly. And I will be adequately pleased with whatever we manage to scrounge up here. As we are right now, life is going great. Now, that's not what I want to do. Let's refuel the ambulance. I'd like to use this as my main mode of transportation here.
Got no room for that.
Indeed. Now that we have some more supplies, including a decent amount of gas, I do not believe we'll have too much more. We are traveling heavy, though I fail to see how. Maybe it is the mall. Perhaps. 11-pound crossbow as well. Give yourself a Thompson and a weapon of some kind. Perhaps this would be better. It is not as fast. A trench tool would probably be our better option here. Indeed. The trench tool would be our best option. So now you have a little bit of equipment. And let's see what we can do about the ambulance. I need a rather decent item here. Where did you go? Let's repair it all. Brand new. Very nice ambulance. With it, we'll make progress, among other things. I see. Items produce meds. I see. Or normal plagues. That's
I
fine.
had this aunt who lived somewhere around here and fancied herself a survivalist. I wonder if she made it this long.
Use fuel to power a facility. I see. Perhaps that would make it easier for the infirmary to garner things. I see. I suppose that'll be a good enough place to stop as any. So, without further ado, I will call it there. Thank you guys ever so much for joining me here today, and I will see you all next time. Ciao for now.